Students, welcome to my English channel. Today I am going to discuss about the topic types of sentences. Sentences are divided into three types. First one is simple, compound and complex. Now we discuss about the simple sentence. The simple sentence. Simple sentence. We take an example for it. He is a student. He is a student. He is a student. So the verb is here. So is a finite verb. Is a finite verb. Finite verb. So what is finite verb? Which verbs in a sentence tells about the tense, the person. We call it a finite verb. So in this sentence, one finite verb is there and it is. So he is a student is a finite verb. Like that. Another example we also take, that is they played football. They played football. So, who is the verb? Played is the verb. And it is only one verb in this sentence, and this verb is called the finite verb. Finite verb. So, this sentence is a simple sentence. Another example we also take for this. They have been working in the garden. So here we have three verbs in the verb phrase have been working. So if the verb phrase has three verbs, then have, been and working. First verb indicates the tense. First verb in the sentence indicates the tense. So the first verb is the finite verb, and the other two verbs, been and working, they are called non-finite verbs. Non-finite verbs. So we know that if there is only a finite verb in a sentence, this sentence is called a simple sentence, and a simple sentence is made with one clause, with one finite verb. Now we come to discuss about the simple sentence. How many types of simple sentences are there? How many types of simple sentence? Simple sentence. The simple sentences also divided into four types. First one is declarative. Second one is interrogative. Third one is imperative. And the fourth one is exclamatory. First we discuss about the declarative sentence. Which sentences are called declarative sentences. Sentences which state facts or opinions. Which sentences state facts or opinions are called declarative states. Facts or opinions, they are called declarative sentence. They are called declarative sentence. We take an example, that is the sun rises in the sky. The sun rises in the sky. Here the subject is the sun. Generally, in the declarative sentences, the subject comes in the first position of the sentence. Then we come to know the patterns of declarative sentence. The patterns of declarative sentence. Patterns of declarative sentence. The patterns of declarative sentence. What are the patterns? The first pattern is SV. That means subject plus verb. Birds fly. This is a sentence. Birds fly. So birds is the subject, and in the predicate part, fly is only one verb in the predicate part, and also this is a sentence. Birds fly. Fly is the verb. So the pattern is SV, subject plus verb. So this is subject and this is verb. So the pattern is subject and subject plus verb. And second pattern is SVO. That means subject plus verb plus object. We take an example. They are going to school. The boy is writing a letter. So the pattern is SVO, subject plus verb plus object. So subject is they, verb is are going, this is a verb phrase, and object is school. So the pattern is subject plus verb plus object. The boy is writing a letter. Subject is the boy. Verb is writing, and a letter is the object. So the pattern is subject plus verb plus object. Understand? So this is a pattern SVO. And third one is SVOO. And third pattern is SVOO. That means subject plus verb plus object. So we take an example. The postman gave me a letter. The postman gave me a letter. So pattern is subject plus verb. So who is the subject here? The postman is the subject here, and who is the verb? Gave is the verb. And who is the object? And the first object is me and the second object is a letter. So the pattern is subject plus verb plus object plus object. So SVO. So how do we know that there are two objects? Some students have a doubt in this particular region that how we know that this is a object. If we question the verb, the postman gave me a letter. The postman, what the postman gave me? What the postman gave me? Answer is a letter. Whom the postman gave? Whom the postman gave? Me is the answer. So if we ask questions through what and whom, then if we get the answer, then we know that there are objects in this sentence. In this way, we know the objects. Then we also know that who is the direct object and who is the indirect object. It is necessary to know who is the direct object and who is the indirect object. Though it is not in this subject, yet you know about this. So who is the direct object? So those are non-living things. So me is the object and letter is the object. Who is non-living? Letter is non-living. Who has life? Me. So letter is direct object, and this is indirect object. तामाने जो मानकर लाइफ अच्छी दे आर इनडायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट्स, जो मानकर लाइफ नाही दे आर डायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट. So come to the next pattern, that is SVO, SVC. That means subject plus verb plus complement. He is a soldier. So he is the subject, is the verb, and a soldier is the complement. So this pattern is called subject plus verb plus complement. So how do we know that this noun after the verb is called a complement? After verb also there is a noun and we call it an object, and after also verb there is a noun, we call it complement. So how do we know that this is complement, this is verb? If we do not know, जदि आम जानी न पारिबा कोटा ऑब्जेक्ट आ कोटा कॉम्प्लीमेंट तार फरक कौन जदि जानी न पारिबा ताले पैटर्न आम जो ऑप्शन एग्जामिनेशन जो क्वेश्चन आउसी ऑप्शन दिया होची द क्वेश्चंस गिव अस ऑप्शंस टू करेक्ट व्हिच इज द राइट पैटर्न. इफ वी डू नॉट नो, आम यदि जानी न पारिबा, देन हाउ कैन वी टिक द आंसर? So it is necessary for us to know the complement. So after the link verbs, if there is a noun after the link verb, if there is a noun after the link verb, if there is a noun or pronoun after link verb, or adjective after link verb, these nouns are called complement. So what are the linking verbs? If we do not know the linking verbs, be verbs, all be verbs, that is, are, is, are, was, were, has been, are being, might be. These are called linking verbs. After linking verbs, if we find a noun in the predicate part, that noun is called complement. And also the linking verbs, other linking verbs are there, like smell, taste, look, like become. So all these verbs, after all these verbs, if we find a noun or adjective, then we call it a complement. एबे आमे जानी परिबा ए नाउन गुड़ा को जदि आमे खाली मने रख देबा, if we remember all these nouns, after these nouns if we find a noun or adjective in the predicate part, then we call it a complement. So the pattern is SVC, subject plus verb plus complement. I think you all understand about this pattern. Then we come to SVOC. So the pattern is subject plus verb plus object plus complement. So they elected him president. They elected him president. So subject is they, verb is elected, him is the object, plus president is the complement. It is a noun. And I have already told you that if you find a noun or adjective, and that noun or adjective is called complement. So the pattern is SVOC, subject plus verb plus object plus complement. Then we come to SVA. The pattern, next pattern is SVA. That means subject plus verb plus adjunct. He laughed loudly. He laughed loudly. If we omit this word from this sentence, can it a sentence? Yes. He laughed, se hosi dela. This is a sentence. So there is no problem to form a sentence with these two words. So the extra word is connected with this, that is loudly. So this word is called adjunct of the sentence. So the pattern is SVA, subject plus loved verb plus adjunct. Then we come to the pattern SVOA. That means subject plus verb plus object plus adjunct. So they are reading newspapers in the library. They are reading newspapers in the library. So the pattern is subject, they is the subject plus are reading the verbal phrase. So the verb is are reading, and newspapers, the object. Newspapers, object. Then in the library, it's the adjunct. Adjunct. So if we delete these three words, then can it be a sentence? They are reading newspapers. ସେମାନେ ଖବରକାଗଜ ପଢୁଛନ୍ତି. Yes, this is a sentence. If we delete or omit these words, then there is no harm to the sentence and the sentence is complete. So these words are called adjunct. So the pattern is SBOA, that means subject plus verb plus subject plus adjunct. So all this about the patterns of the declarative sentence. All this I remain with it, and next class I will discuss about the compound sentence and the complex sentence. Thanks to you.